Hello, Mati Kerner here. As a Peruvian journalist, I want to share with you a message filled with respect, gratitude, and deep sadness. Peru and the literary world are in mourning. Nobel Prize winner in literature Mario Vargas Llosa has passed away at the age of 89 on April 13, 2025, in the city of Lima, surrounded by his loved ones. His voice is gone, but his words remain alive. Mario Vargas Llosa was born on March 28, 1936, in the city of Arequipa, under an Andean sky that seemed to foretell the destiny of a great storyteller. His childhood wasn't easy. At a very young age, his parents separated, and he spent his early years between Bolivia and Lima, accompanied by his mother and grandfather. Life took him to the Leoncio Prado Military Academy, a harsh and disciplined period that he would later portray starkly in his first novel. The Time of the Hero, published in 1963, caused a scandal, but it also opened a new path for Latin American literature. Throughout the 60s and 70s, Vargas Llosa became a key figure in the Latin American boom, alongside writers like Gabriel Garcia Marquez, Julio Cortázar, and Carlos Fuentes. It was a generation that changed the Spanish language forever, and Mario was one of its most brilliant architects. Works like Conversation in the Cathedral, The Greenhouse, Aunt Julia, and The Scriptwriter, The War of the End of the World, and later The Feast of the Goat not only revealed his skill as a storyteller, but also his commitment to the great dilemmas of human existence: power, freedom, morality, history, desire, and the individual struggle against the system. In 1990, in an unexpected turn for many, Vargas Llosa ran for president of Peru. He lost in the second round to Alberto Fujimori, and after that defeat, he decided to move to Spain, a country that welcomed him with open arms and where he resided for most of his later life. Years later, he obtained Spanish citizenship without ever renouncing his Peruvian identity. In his autobiography, A Fish in the Water, he recounted with sharp wit the behind-the-scenes details of that campaign, his political frustrations, and the internal contradictions of a country that he deeply loved, but that also challenged him. Mario Vargas Llosa was married for over 50 years to Patricia Llosa, his first cousin and the mother of his 3 children. Together, they shared a large part of his literary and family journey. In 2015, he surprised the world by announcing their separation, and shortly after, he began a highly publicized relationship with socialite Isabel Preisler, the former wife of singer Julio Iglesias and mother of Enrique Iglesias. It was a love story that grabbed headlines, accompanied by trips, public appearances, and a radical change in his personal image. Although that relationship ended in 2022, Vargas Llosa knew how to live with passion even in his later years, and he never stopped writing. In 2010, the whole world celebrated his definitive consecration. He won the Nobel Prize in Literature, becoming the first Peruvian to receive such a distinction. The Swedish Academy awarded him the prize for his cartography of structures of power and his strengthened images of the individual's resistance, rebellion, and defeat. But that Nobel was more than just a literary recognition. It was a tribute to his tireless defense of freedom of thought, his intellectual courage, and his unwavering love for the art of storytelling. Mario Vargas Llosa wasn't just a writer. He was a chronicler of human abysses, an uncomfortable witness to history, a defender of democracy, a lover of letters, and also of life. He leaves us more than 30 books, thousands of pages filled with beauty, criticism, irony, and truth. Today, Peru mourns his passing, Spain too, and the entire literary world bows to his memory. But his books are still there, in every bookstore, in every library, in every reader who dares to ask themselves, at what moment did Peru? Farewell, Mr. Mario Vargas Llosa. Your words have not died. They have become immortality. Thank you for joining me in this tribute. This is Matty Kerner. See you in the next video. And may the written word live on wherever there is a reader willing to feel.